Good morning students. Our next topic from the chapter work, energy and power is power. In last video we have learned about what is work, right? So here I am calculating how to calculate the power. So what is power? Power is what? It is the rate of doing work, right? Or you can say it is the amount of work done per unit time, right? That means power is what? Work done upon time taken. So what I can write? W upon T. Now in our last we have done that work is what? Force into distance, right? If the displacement is done in the direction of force, right? So work done is what? Force into displacement. So power, can I write, instead of work done, can I write force into displacement, right, divided by time, right? Okay, now see over here, this part, displacement upon time is what? It is velocity. So can I write power is equal to force into velocity, right? Or I can write power is equal to F into V. So one formula is that power is equal to F into V, and another is that power is equal to work done upon time taken, right? That means your work power depends upon the work and also it depends upon the time taken. That means if more the time is taken to complete the same work, that means less will be the power consumed, and less the time consumed, more will be the power. For example, if I am taking a pulley A, right, it takes 1 minute to complete a task, right? Another pulley is taking 2 minutes to complete the same task, right? Now it is having more time, right? That means power will be less or more. See, power is inversely proportional to time. That means if the time is more, power will be less. That means here B is having more time, that means it will consume less power. But in case of A, as it is having less time, so it will consume more power, right? And same in case if more the work is done, more will be the power consumption. Less the work is done, less will be the power consumption, right? Similarly, your power depends upon force and velocity. More the force, more will be the power. More the velocity with which the object is being moved, when the power is being applied, then you can say the more will be the power. So here are two formulas, right? Now let's come to the SI unit. The SI unit is what? The power SI unit is what? Now if I calculate the derived unit, see, power is equal to what? Work done upon time taken. And what is the SI unit of work done? It is joule. What is the unit of time taken? It is second. So can I write joule per second, right? So joule per second is what? It is the derived unit of power. Or you can say that 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second, right? That means what you can say that if 1 joule of work is done for in 1 second, then power spent will be the 1 watt, right? So this is your derived unit as well as your SI unit. Now further, just like in case of length, mass, we are having the bigger units as well as the smaller units. Same in case of power, we are having the smaller powers as well as the larger powers. So just like watt, we are having the larger powers, just like kilowatt. Another I am having megawatt, and next I am having gigawatt. 1 kilowatt is equal to what? It is equal to 10 power 3 watt. 1 megawatt is 10 power 6 watt, and 1 gigawatt is 10 power 9 watt. These are the larger units to calculate the power, and this is the relation with the SI units, right? Similarly, as there are larger units, we are having for the smaller units also, just like your milliwatt, right? Milliwatt is how? It is 10 power minus 3 watt. Next I am having microwatt. Microwatt is having the relation that 1 microwatt is equal to 10 power minus 6 watt. So these are what? These are the smaller units. That means to calculate the smaller values of power, we will use these power. So further we are having another units also. So next is your CGS unit. The CGS unit of power is what? It is erg per second, right? So how you have calculated? See, erg is what? Erg is the CGS unit of work, right? So power is what? Work upon time taken. So if I am calculating in CGS system, so work CGS unit is erg, so it is upon times, it is second, so it is coming erg per second. Now earlier in the last video we have calculated that 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 erg. That means 1 joule per second will be how much? It will be 10 power 7 erg per second. This is the relation between the SI unit of the power to the CGS unit of power. Or you can write 1 watt is equal to 10 power 7 erg per second, right? Any relation you can use, right? So further comes that the horsepower. Horsepower is what? It is another unit to calculate the power, right? It is the another unit that is largely used in the mechanical engineering, right? And 1 horsepower is equal to how much? It is 746 watt, right? Or either if you are converting in kilowatt. Now 1 kilowatt is equal to how much? 1000 of watt. So it will become 0.746 kilowatt. So you need to remember this relation because that formula, that value will be used in the numericals directly. So you must know that 1 horsepower is 746 watt, right? Now we have done work and we have done power. So what is the difference between work and power? What is the difference? See, work is what? It is force into displacement, right? But what is power? Power is work done upon time taken, right? That means work is not dependent upon time, but power completely depends on time, right? Further, what is the SI unit of work? It is joule. And what is the SI unit of power? It is watt. So these are the 3 differences in between the work and power. Next, I am going to explain you the energy. What is energy? Energy as a work done. So energy is what? A body capable of doing work is said to be possesses energy. That means whenever the work is done, obviously it is possessing the energy. So energy possessed by a body is measured by the amount of work that the body can perform, right? So energy is what? It is the capacity to do a work, right? So when we work, when the work is said to be done, its energy, when a work does work, the energy decreases, and while if the work is done on the body, its energy increases. It means whenever work is done, there is always a transfer of energy. In our last class, again and again, we have learned about that energy can never be created nor be destroyed. It can be transferred from one form of energy to the another form, right? Whatever be the work we are doing, exactly what we are doing, we are transferring the energy, just like we are switching on the fan, right? So the electric energy is converting into the kinetic energy of the fan, right? So there is always, whenever the work is being done, the one form of energy gets converted into the another form. So energy is what? It is the capacity to do a work, and energy is also a scalar quantity, just like of work, right? Next comes the unit of energy. Unit of energy are same that of as of work, right? Now what is the unit of work? It is joule. The SI unit is joule. So the unit SI unit of energy is what? It is joule, right? Similarly, if I say the what is the relation between CGS and SI unit of energy, so it will be what? as that of work. That means 1 joule is equal to how much? 10 power 7 earth, where earth is what? It is the CGS unit, and this one is what? It is the SI unit of work as well as of the energy, right? So if I ask for the bigger units of energy, it will be kilowatt hour. Now, from where it has come kilowatt hour? See, we have learned that power is equal to work done upon time taken. Can I write work done is equal to power into time, right? And work done is what? As that of energy, right? So energy will be what? Power into time. Power is, if I say the bigger unit of power is kilowatt and bigger unit of time is what? Hour. So the bigger unit of energy we can write kilowatt hour, right? And another unit watt hour, right? This is the another units. So what is the relation between the watt hour and the SI unit? So if I say watt hour, now watt is what? It is 1 joule per second. Now in hour, how much seconds are there? It is 3600 seconds, right? So what I am getting from here, see, per second and second both will be cancelled out, so it will become 3600 joule, right? That means 1 watt hour is equal to 3600 of joule, or you can write 3.6 of kilojoule. Similarly, you can convert for the kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is how much? 1 kilowatt into hour, right? And 1 kilowatt means to say it is how much? 1000 joule per second, and hour means to say 3600 second. Again per second and second, it will be cancelled out, so it will become how much? 3600 into 1000. Okay, so what can I write? 3.6 into 10 power 6 joule. So this is the relation in between 1 kilowatt into the joule. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how much? It is 3.6 into 10 power 6 joule, or either you can write 3.6 megajoule, because 10 power 6 is what? It is megajoule. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how much? I can write 3.6 megajoule. This is the relation between the bigger unit of the energy to the SI unit of energy, right? Another units of the energy is calorie also, but calorie is being used in case of the heat energy. Heat energy is generally calculated in the form of calorie, right? Another unit is electron volt. Electron volt is what? It is the energy of atomic particles, right? The energy of atomic particles is very small, so it is measured in electron volt. So electron volt is what? It is the unit to measure the energy of the atomic particles, right? And 1 eV is equal to how much? It is the charge on an electron into 1 volt. See, it is 1 eV, right? E is what? It is the charge on electron, right? And V stands for volt, right? So what it will become? It will become 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. It is what? It is the charge on an electron, right? Into 1 volt. So it will become 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 electron volt, right? So in this way, these are the units of energy, right? So next comes, what is the difference between the energy and power? Just like we have done the difference in between work and power, the same we are going to calculate the difference in between the energy and power. Between the energy and power, so energy is what? It is the capacity to do work, while the power is what? It is rate of doing work. If I say the SI unit of energy is what? It is joule, and SI unit of power is watt, right? Now again, energy spent does not depend on time. Your energy does not depend on time, right? That means you can say energy is independent of time, but power depends on time. It is inversely proportional to the time. More the time taken, less will be the power. Less the time taken, more will be the power. Right? So the same differences as that of work and power, but instead of energy, in that case we have used work, and work the definition was what? It is force multiplied by the displacement. But here we have used the definition of energy, right? Further, the same differences, that SI unit is joule, where in case of power the SI unit is watt, right? So these are the general difference in between the energy and the power. So if I take an example for a work, energy and power. So one example I am solving. If a crane pulls a car of mass, a mass is given of 500 kg, right? A car is pulling it to a vertical height up to a height of 4 meter, right? Then you need to calculate work done, right? Now see, work done is what? It is force into displacement, right? But here the force is not given, but the mass is given. Now another formula, do you know that work done is what? mgh, where m stands for the mass, g stands for the gravity, and h stands for the height. Now the mass is given, it is how much? 500, right? Gravity, we know that it is 9.8 meter per second square. Now up to what height it has been taken? It is up to 4, right? Now when you multiply it, what you will get? You will get 19602, right? So in this way you will calculate the work done, right? If the force is not given directly, you need to check either the mass is given. If the mass is given, either you can write force is equal to mass into gravity. So here mass is how much? 500, and gravity is how much? 9.8, right? So first you can solve this one, you will get 4900 Newton. Now you are having the force and you are having the displacement. Displacement is 4 meter. So again 4900 into 4, you will get 19600. Or either you are use this formula and put directly the values, or either do by this method, that, right? So both will be correct. So in this way you will calculate the things. Further, in our next video, I am going to explain you the more questions based on the chapter, and we will solve the numericals.